Alechem, everybody. Hope you're doing very well. We are about to begin to celebrate the holy holiday of Passover. It's extremely exciting. The day, the holiday where we were redeemed from Egypt, where Hashem took us out of slavery and brought us into freedom. And it's the greatest redemption, from the lowest low of Egypt to the dark places of Egypt, the bad stuff that was going on over there. Hashem then took us out of Egypt with miracles, the splitting of the seas, and revealed himself to the nation, and brought us to Mount Sinai, where Hashem revealed himself. Each member of the Jewish people experienced a beyond prophetic vision, a higher experience of prophecy than any of the later prophets later on. That means even the simplest of people experience a greater prophetic vision than that which the greatest prophets later on experienced. And we are told that this will just be a little drop in the ocean of the redemption that is coming. That the same way that the splitting of the seas is miraculous compared to the average day, the miracles that we will experience in the days of Moshiach will make the splitting of the sea look like a normal day. And our sages say that it will be in the month of Nisan that we will be redeemed. That we were redeemed in Nisan, and we will be redeemed in Nisan. We are already being redeemed in Nisan. And, this video is coming out today because the holiday of Passover is approaching, and we want to get ourselves into the zone, to be a vessel to be redeemed. Of course, Hashem is the one who takes us out, and Hashem blesses us beyond what we deserve, and Hashem does the work for us. But we have to allow ourselves, we have to give every inch we have to Hashem to make it a more greater experience. We have to push ourselves, and we have to allow ourselves to nullify ourselves to Hashem, to give ourselves over to Hashem. What does it mean to nullify? We hear this a lot, this term. We have to surrender to Hashem. We have to involve ourselves with what Hashem wants us to be involved with. We have to arouse, to meditate, to focus, to allow ourselves to arouse the love and fear of Hashem. And the Rambam explains that how do we develop a love for Hashem? Love is a feeling. By thinking about Hashem. The more we meditate upon Hashem, we think about Hashem, about His greatness. We learn Torah, we meditate in the mind, we understand that that He's worth loving. That gives birth to a love of Hashem, because the emotions are lower than the intellect. The intellect is the source of the emotions. So when we think about something in our intellect, it's going to arouse an emotion for that thing sooner or later. So we have to practice meditating on how great Hashem is and allow ourselves to feel excited about that. Because once we understand that in our intellect, we let it go down to the emotions, and we allow ourselves to feel excited about it, because Hashem is worth being excited about. Hashem is worth getting excited over, to say the very least. And this will allow us to be redeemed. And it's important that we recognize how much Hashem loves us, and how everything we do is a part of Hashem's plan. And we should be grateful that we have the opportunity to serve Hashem. This gets us excited. And also, very interestingly, our sages teach us that while love of Hashem takes some meditation and takes time to think about how everything Hashem does for us, and how that is just a little drop of how much He really loves us, and how Hashem loves us more than we love ourselves. Think about these things. That will arouse a love for Hashem. But fear of Hashem, awe of Hashem, that doesn't need as much meditation. That's an automatic click, because we've inherited a fear of Hashem from our patriarchs and our matriarchs. And Hashem tells us that we don't even have to work so hard to fear Hashem. All we have to do is just allow ourselves to tap into this fear of Hashem, and we'll feel a fear, an awe of Hashem. All it takes is recognizing the mission we've been put on, and how we did not create ourselves, but we've been put here seemingly against our will into this world. And there's a master here. We have a master, Hashem. And just thinking about that does cause a fear of Hashem, an automatic fear, an automatic love of Hashem. And that is a really liberating feeling. How do we free ourselves from Egypt? Because we were enslaved in Egypt. How do we reach freedom? It's interesting. We don't reach freedom by being able to do whatever we want. Because what happens? A person thinks, "Oh, I'm out of freedom. Why do I have to do all these mitzvahs, all this Torah?" But if we didn't have this mitzvahs, we didn't have the Torah, we'd be enslaved to ourselves. Everyone knows that we can fall into a deep slavery in our own self-doubts if we allow ourselves to listen to our doubts, to listen to our insecurities, to listen to our fears that are other than Hashem. If we fear something other than Hashem and we allow ourselves to fall into that trap, we become enslaved to ourselves, and it's a painful slavery. When we say, look, Hashem has a plan for me and He wants me to do these commandments. I may not be in the mood right now to do this commandment. Hashem's telling me to do it, so I'm going to do it anyways. It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm limited. Hashem is beyond me. He knows what's better for me. Just like the parent tells the child to do something, how much more so Hashem knows what He wants me to do. So when we allow ourselves to do that, we allow ourselves to say, look, I'm not in the mood to do this mitzvah, but I'm going to do it anyways because Hashem wants me to do that. That is true freedom. That you're able to go against your nature to do the will of Hashem. A person who could do whatever he wants, he's just going to be enslaved to his bodily desires. He's going to be enslaved to his physicality, to his, if he's hungry, he's going to be in a bad mood. If he's thirsty, that's not freedom. Freedom is when Hashem tells you to do something and naturally you don't want to do it, but you have the will, you have the desire to do it anyways because that's what the Creator wants. That is true freedom. May we experience the even greater level of freedom when Hashem will reveal Himself to the entire world, and then it won't even take work anymore. It will be as clear as day. Beyond, to say the least, our physical bodies will also desire Hashem, and that is true freedom. For now, we experience freedom in a sense that my body wants to do something, but I'm going to do what my soul wants because my soul is headed towards the right direction, guides me towards the right direction. But true freedom, actually the highest level of freedom, which we're going to experience, may it be today, B'ezrat Hashem, is when even the body will be on par with the soul, and the body will want to do mitzvahs. The body will, the emotions, the body will get excited to do a mitzvah physically, just like a child is so excited to eat ice cream. He doesn't have to learn, he doesn't have to understand, he just automatically gets excited when he eats ice cream. That's just a little glimpse, a little drop, an infinitieth of a drop of what we're going to experience to do mitzvahs, and we could already experience it now if we tap into it and we recognize what is going on. And when we learn about the power of each individual mitzvah, how it brings an infinite, beyond infinite godly light into the world and heals the world and fixes the world and cleans the world when we do a mitzvah. All of us, each mitzvah that every specific person does affects the entire world. When we get ourselves into that, then we have true freedom. And if you're not Jewish, you're a righteous Gentile. By you doing the 7 laws of Noah, you are bringing a fixing to the world, and you experience freedom as well because you allow yourselves to bring the redemption. You become a part of Hashem's plan. It's an important, to say the very least, it's a necessary, extremely necessary component of the redemption is the righteous Gentiles, the Noahites, who are a tremendous light on this world. And there's so much more potential for other Noahites, righteous Gentiles, to learn about the laws of Noah, and we have to share with the righteous Gentiles. And the same goes when a righteous Gentile unites himself with Abraham, with the God of Abraham. So the righteous Gentile is recognizing Hashem in the world, is bringing a fixing to the world, that a righteous Gentile is turning to Hashem. It's fulfilling the prophecy that I said in my video yesterday, that David Melech says about the nations praising Hashem, that is a necessary component of Moshiach. So if you're a Noahide, you should recognize that. By you recognizing Hashem, you are grabbing the redemption and pulling it in, and Hashem adores you, and and that is your mission. You have fulfilled your mission of creation, and to even further that, to please share with the other Noahides. And if you're Jewish, of course, your mission is the Torah and mitzvahs. And also, if you're Jewish, you could share the Torah with other Jews. But also, every Jew should, with the best of their abilities, share the 7 laws of Noah with every Gentile they come in contact with. And even, if you're a righteous Gentile and you meet a Jew who's unaware of, the mitzvahs, you can also refer him to it. And 100%. And so we all help each other. We're all involved in this. We're in this together. And having love for your fellow and not being jealous of each other and wanting the best for one another is also true freedom. Freedom goes between man and fellow. When a person asks you to do something, asks you for a hand, asks you for a favor, and you're not in the mood, but you do it because that's the right thing to do, and because that's what Hashem wants, and you're happy about that, That is also freedom. May we experience the true freedom when there's no battle, because Hashem is going to be revealed to the world. The war is going to be won, spiritual war. And then we will get to see the glory of Hashem throughout the entire world. We'll see Hashem himself. Hashem will reveal himself to us. And it says that your master will no longer hide himself. So may it be today. God bless you.